I'm Dr. Craig Chalquist. Thanks for visiting my live class page. Wanted to just make a quick video and talk about what I'm doing with these classes, how much fun they are to teach, and what they're up to in the classes themselves. So, I've had the privilege of teaching in higher ed graduate students for the most part, some undergrads too, for the past 20 years, and I get to teach topics that really fascinate me. So, various kinds of psychology, especially depth psychology, the kind that looks at symbolism and dreams and how mythic motifs show up in our lives and also show up in current events. I've been able to teach to the relationship we have with nature, place, and earth. I'm fascinated by how leadership can inspire change in the world. So, other topics too, dream studies, and some of it, when I finish teaching a class, I package up and I take all the material, the audio lectures, everything, and I do a class outline and I post it at my website. So, you can buy classes that way, but to me, it's especially exciting to be able to interact live through Zoom. So, these classes are 4 week classes where we get to do that and have discussion. I always bring a lot of material and I start with that, but then we look at how it can actually be applied to ourselves, applied to current situations. That's where the material really comes to life. Especially, I think, in troubled times where our usual sources of meaning, of community, of hope go away or are under attack. So, in our classes, we've got safe space for having deep conversations if we want to. Not everybody does. Some people are there for the material so they can explore themselves more deeply, and that's great. Others want to apply it out in the world. And the classes are just, as I said earlier, fun to teach. I really enjoy doing them. I've had a foot in both worlds for a long time. So, as a higher ed administrator and teacher, but also corporate consulting workshops, conference presenting, things like that. So, in these live classes, I get to show up and talk about things that I think could make a real difference in the world. I provide lots of resources for people to use. They're just a lot of fun, and it's fun to do it without grades, without tuition, without overregulation. Higher ed's been overregulated for a long time, and it's in all kinds of trouble politically now as well. So it's good to be able to get outside of it and bring this deep material to the public for prices that are affordable instead of astronomical. You don't need to go into debt to take my classes. So that's a bit of what I'm up to. I want people to take the material and use it to make a better world, whether that means in quiet, introverted ways or very public, extroverted ways. Both are good, both are needed. And what comes out of that, I've found for me and the participants in my classes, is a sense of re-enchantment with the world, a sense of new possibilities, new visions to tend. And central to all of this, for me, are two things. One is imagination, used as a source of deep knowledge, even wisdom, and also storytelling of different kinds in many different media, because story is central to who we are. So we look a lot in our classes at the centrality of what I call keystone fictions, the guiding stories that we use to tell ourselves who we are, who the people around us are, where we are, why we are, things like that, otherwise known as worldviews. So I found that if we can alter worldviews, if we can rejuvenate worn out ones or replace them with newer ones, we can make real progress with each other and with the world itself. And maybe even mature enough so that one day we will have a form of civilization grown from the ground up that actually delights us and is just and fair and abundant. I think it's possible. So that's what I'm up to. And just to leave you with one last thought, I've been saying this for a number of years, and I'll probably say it till I die. But one of the central learnings for all this is that things don't have to be this way. They can change because of us together. Thanks.